Alright folks, going to take up the FREEWING F9F-5 Panther 70mm. Running my high rates. Well, we'll talk about rates when we get back to the bench.
Starting the fun over.
Alright, here we go.
Take off flaps. Gear up. Flaps are up.
Which I gotta tell you, I wish I had a little more color on the wing, because plane is kind of hard to see. Be nice if I had some clouds today. Just gliding. Now hitting it. Take it up. Stall it. All right, now let's actually do an actual stall test though. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around. We're going to go into the wind. Okay. You're flying along, and all of a sudden you lose power. What does it do? Hold your elevator up, elevator up, elevator up, hold it up, and she just slumps forward, so that's good. That is excellent. What you're looking for to see if it drops one wing one way or the other. Yeah.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
When you've got a plane that's well balanced and trimmed out, absolute joy to fly. Yeah, orientation is a problem. If this was maybe an 80 or a 90 and had lights, it'd be a little bit better. But I think they missed the boat not putting lights on it.
Retracts deployed. That
would help. Or I think about paint them tanks bright orange.
Landing flaps.
This is what you call, back to the folks, this is what you call a legacy jet. It's like the F-86 or the T-33. Remember, it's all about throttle.
Time remaining 1 minute. Brakes. Brakes off.
All right, since we really don't have any wind one way or the other right now, we'll just go ahead and save our battery and take off from down there. All right. No flaps, 48% or 48 seconds on the timer. A little back pressure.
Gear up.
There we go.
Landing flaps. Retracts deployed.
All right, now we're going to do something, folks, that I don't like to do.
30 seconds.
I do not like landing from the east, but it is important to challenge yourself and do things you don't like to do.
20 seconds.
And now I have an added obstruction. That big old, see, I'm going to overshoot the runway, I can already tell. All right, let's go ahead and, but
10.
that tells me how she's going to drop, so. What I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to go out towards the clubhouse.
Timer expired.
Circle in this way. Gliding. Back into a little bit of power. Lining up with the runway.
Braking. Brakes off.
All right. Folks, things about, even when you're not, everybody has a preference, landing one way or the other. You get comfortable landing one way, but it's extremely important to practice and try landing from the different directions, because you never know. You might have a catastrophic failure and have to come in from that other direction. So you need to try to mitigate as much damage as possible by get used to landing either way. Unless your club has a specific rule, which I wouldn't know what club would have a rule like that. But unless you have a specific reason, you must land from one, try landing from both directions as best you can. Just get used to it. The more you're able to do, the more you're comfortable with, the better chances you have of bringing that plane home in one piece. Remember, don't let pride dictate your actions. All right, we're going to pause it right there, and we'll go back to the bench and get you a battery report. All right, we're back. Now, we were 18 seconds over on a 3.5 minute timer. Show you where I have the battery. I got the Sokokin 4000 shoved about maybe ½ an inch in underneath the front there. And I seem to like that CG. Just so you know, CG on the plane, there's a mark right there. You can actually feel it. Let me put the hatch back on. I don't remember the actual numbers. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't remember the numbers. But factory CG, and she's slightly nose heavy there. Put the gear up the way you'd actually be flying, and let's see what that does. Still slightly nose heavy, but this is not a Death Dorito. This is not a Delta wing. This is a traditional wing. So slightly nose heavy is not going to be that, is better in this situation. All right, let's get you a battery report. Unplug that beautiful afterburner. KM Models, thank you for the afterburner. All right, let's 28%. So if you can bring your battery back at 30% or close to it, that is a great storage rate. And folks, that is the FREEWING 70mm F9F-5 Panther. 70mm, one of their newer releases. I absolutely love this plane. She flies great. Orientation is an issue on a plain blue sky. The silver does help, but I'm thinking about going in here and actually painting these tanks maybe a bright orange or something to give me a little, or maybe the red to match the already red that's on here, to give me a little more orientation advantage, because that is a bit of an issue. All right, folks, well, thank you so much. God is good. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then 70mm jets. Bye-bye.